Hi there, it's Laura from Make Life Lovely. Today I'm thrilled to share with you these paint pour Easter eggs that are so pretty. They look complicated to make, they look like they're really delicate, but they're not. You can reuse them from year after year. Let's get started. To make these paint pour Easter eggs, first you'll need a few supplies. I started with some craft eggs that I bought from Oriental Trading Company. You can find these at lots of different stores around Easter time. They're just hollow craft eggs. They usually come in a dozen in an egg carton like real eggs. The best thing about these Easter eggs is that you can use them from year to year. You'll also need a variety of acrylic paints in lots of different colors. Now you can choose your favorite colors or colors that match your decor. You'll also need something called Floetrol. I found my Floetrol at Home Depot, and this thins down the paint and helps the colors to blend together really well. So this one isn't optional. You definitely need the Floetrol. You'll also need some wood skewer sticks and some paper or plastic cups. The eggs I used from Oriental Trading Company already had a tiny hole in the bottom of each one, so I pushed the wood skewer stick up into the hole and made it just a little bit bigger so that each egg would sit on the skewer stick securely. You'll need to repeat this step for every egg that you want to make. I went a little crazy and made a ton of these eggs. The next step is to set out 1 cup for each color that you'd like to use on your Easter eggs. Start with your first color and pour some of the acrylic paint inside the cup. You don't need to fill up the whole cup, you just need a decent amount, and this amount will vary on how much of that color you'd like to use and how many eggs you're making. Next, we're going to take some of the Floetrol and pour a little bit inside the cup. Next comes the mixing. I used a popsicle stick to mix, and I stirred and stirred and stirred until the paint and the Floetrol were well combined and I had the right consistency. The goal is to get the paint to be very pourable. So I would take my popsicle stick, pull some up, and drip it down. And if it was still too thick, then I would add more Floetrol until it was a nice pouring consistency. I didn't want any thick parts or the paint too thick, or it just wouldn't look good on the egg. So take your time on the mixing part so that all of your paints and Floetrol are the right consistency. So I added some Floetrol to every single one of my paint colors in my cups, and then I was ready to go for the next step. So now it's time to make our paint poured Easter eggs. First, I picked a few of the colors that looked good together that I wanted to put onto one egg. Then I poured a small amount of paint into the center of the cup, just 1 cup, and then I put a few of the different colors inside. All you need to do is pour a little right in the middle, and then you'll be ready to make your first egg. Now, there's no right or wrong amount of colors to use for this. You can use as few colors as you'd like or as many as you'd like. It's totally up to you. You're going to get a different look every time. Even if you use the same cup with the same paints in it 2 times in a row, your eggs will look completely different. And that's why I love this craft. You just never know what your egg will look like, and each one ends up so unique. Now, this is the best part of making these eggs. It's so satisfying watching the paint drip down. All you do is take your cup that has the different colors of paint in it and pour it slowly over the top of the egg. The paint colors combine and drip down in different layers, and it just creates such a gorgeous look. They almost look like marbled eggs by the time you're done with them. You want to make sure you add enough paint so that the whole bottom of the egg is covered. The paint does drip down a little bit, but sometimes it might leave a little gap, and you don't want to have to go back and paint the gap with a paintbrush. I know from experience because it just doesn't look right. And so I think it's better to add just a little more paint than not quite enough. So this was the very first egg that I did, and you can see what I'm talking about with the gap at the bottom. Some of the egg is still white and it wasn't covered by paint because I didn't add quite enough. So I had to go back through and add some paint up at the top. And I feel like this one, it ended up okay, but sometimes it can ruin your design. Or even if you take a paintbrush and try and paint the bottom, I did that for 1 or 2 of them and it didn't look great. So I think if you add more paint, it's a little bit better. Here's another one of the paint pour Easter eggs that I made. This time I used a little bit more paint. I had much better paint coverage on my egg. You might have been able to guess already, but my favorite color is pink. I combined a few different shades of pink to make this pretty egg. If you like this Easter craft, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate the support and it helps me to be able to make more videos like this one. I share lots of creative ideas, party ideas, entertaining crafts, and DIY. And one more time, here's how I pour the paint, the different colors of paint, into 1 cup to pour over the egg, this time using different colors. Also, I forgot to mention that you will need some foam pieces to put your wood skewers in with the eggs on top. That way, when the paint drips down, it drips onto your foam and not your table. And the foam also holds the skewers with the eggs in place nice and securely. I would also put a disposable tablecloth, just one of those cheap plastic ones, underneath the foam, just to be safe and to protect your tabletop. I wanted to show you some of the different paint combinations that I used. One of my favorite colors I used was this gold paint. It's a pretty metallic gold and it looked great added to pastels. It looked great added to darker colors. So it worked pretty much for every egg and I added it to almost every one I did just because I love the look so much. So you can get creative and add glitter paint or pastel paint just to see what different kinds of looks you can get. And honestly, I think it'd be pretty impossible to mess one of these eggs up. They're so easy. They look so pretty. These paint pour Easter eggs are a no-brainer. These are also so addicting to make. I can't even count how many I made. I made a ton because once I started, I didn't want to stop. I loved all the different color combinations and all of the different designs and patterns. So here are all of the pretty painted Easter eggs as they're drying. Some are drier than others, as you can see. When they dry to a dull color because I used matte paint. I used what I had on hand. So if you want yours to be shiny, you could use a glossy paint, but I have another solution for you that took these paint pour Easter eggs over the top. They ended up so shiny and so pretty by the time I was done with them. So here's what I did. Before I show you my shiny glossy trick, I want you to look at these Easter eggs once they're dry. See how totally matte they are? When the paint was wet, they looked really cool and had so many details, but I feel like a lot of the details were lost as the paint dried. They were just a little bit blah. After all the work and all the paint pouring, I wanted to make sure that my eggs looked the best that they could. So here's what I did. I coated each egg in a thin coat of resin. I used this art resin. This is my favorite resin to use because it doesn't have that really stinky smell that other resin does. I took an art class and they showed us this resin, and since then I've been in love with it. I'll link it down in the description box below. I highly, highly recommend it. It's very good about not leaving air bubbles too. It's just a wonderful resin, so give it a try. So you want to make sure that whatever resin you use, you follow the directions. Each brand might be a little bit different, so I prefer you follow the directions on your resin. But what you generally do is there's a part A and a part B, and you put equal amounts in separate containers, making sure that you have the same amount, and then you'll mix them together slowly. I like to use a popsicle stick to mix because one, it's disposable, it's cheap, and I can throw it away right when I'm done, and it works fairly well. So you'll want to stir with a popsicle stick, but you want to do it slowly so that you don't introduce bubbles. You don't want little air bubbles in your resin, or that can, it doesn't make your project look as nice. So once my resin was all ready to go, I made sure that I was wearing nitrile gloves because that's going to protect your hands from the resin, safety first. And I used my popsicle stick and put a little bit of the resin onto an egg. Then I just used the gloves. I wanted to make this really easy. I just used the gloves to rub the resin all over the eggs. Then when I was finished, I just put the egg on top of the skewer stick. I poked it into the little hole in the bottom. Might have noticed I also used my fingers to rub up and down the egg to make sure that the lines for the resin were really smoothed and everything was rubbed in. So here I am doing the process again with the second egg, just again rubbing the resin on with the gloves, making sure it's nice and even, and then putting it onto the stick to dry. Now, here are my gazillion paint pour Easter eggs with the resin on top. They look a lot better with the resin. They look like they're finished and completed instead of partway done. I feel like the matte look just wasn't right for it. Aren't they stunning? I think these eggs look like they took so much time, like someone lovingly hand painted each one with tons of detail, but it couldn't be further from the truth. These paint pour Easter eggs are so easy to make, so pretty. You don't have to go crazy like I did and make 500 of them, but why not? They're so easy. If you have some paint sitting around at home, you can totally make this. Just get a little Floetrol. If you don't want to buy resin or you don't have any on hand, there's other glossy sealers and mediums that you can use. Check around your house first, see if you have anything. If not, you could go to a craft store or even Home Depot and find some kind of a shiny finish or sealer. To use these Easter eggs in your home decor, you can put them inside a basket, you can put them inside a nest, you can put them inside a ceramic bowl like this one. The sky's the limit. Get creative. You could even hang them from a branch or from like an Easter tree. That would look really nice too. If you love creative crafts, DIYs, party ideas, and holiday projects, then you've come to the right place. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can get updates every time I post. So would you make these paint pour Easter eggs? Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks.